Hello, my name is METİN. This is 219th part of explanation of my theory according to my theory and my formulas. Physicists, you are wrong. White light is a color and visible spectrum has only a single frequency. Now I will ask you some questions. 1. If light waves and radio waves are electromagnetic waves with the same properties, why are one regular as white light and the other irregular as white noise, if the waves with different frequencies can be mixed? 2. Why does Piooneer space probe's location that tried to be determined with radio waves deviate from theoretical predictions? This is, Piooneer anomaly. Can radio waves measure the distances far from distances accurately? Are there different types of light? Yes, that I put forth, and I have told you before, again. Yes. 3. Why frequency doesn't change while speeds of light with different wavelength change in the refraction process? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes. Like what? Why 3. Why frequency doesn't change while speeds of light with different wavelength change in the refraction process? Here, refraction or dispersion. Refraction. From Quora, from by just, okay. Why frequency doesn't change while speeds of light with different wavelength change in the refraction process? 4. Why do wavelengths enlarge? Why do wavelengths enlarge? As their angle, this is diffraction, this is incident, and here angle, this is 0 degree, say. Why do wavelengths enlarge as their angle become larger relatively the incident white light diffraction process? Why? Remember, here at rest, not motion, electron motion form, but when is in motion, in each direction its point wavelength, point velocity, energy, etc. change. Depending on electron motion form velocity, this is shortened wavelength, this is largest wavelength point. Okay, but frequency doesn't change. Here, this is my formula relation two formulas that I put forth, okay? Frequency doesn't change. Look at that, VE. Electron motion forms, velocity change. This is light speed change, light velocity change, wavelength change, mass, energy, etc. change, but frequency doesn't change. According to my theory and my formulas, for electron motion form, free electron motion form, moving electron motion form, or like this, here. Okay. Now, wait a moment, please. Now, I repeat my question. Why do wavelengths enlarge as their angle become larger relative to the incident white light in the diffraction process? Okay. Because shortened wavelength here becomes larger. Here incident same. But angle changing, deviating from 0 degree direction, this is 0 degree direction, this is 180 direction, this is 90 direction, as enlarging angle, wavelength, what? At this point larger, at this point larger, at this point largest, at this point shortest. Like this. Yes, similar way. Yes. Why white is not a color? In the diffraction pattern, it has greatest intensity. Here, this is laser. Laser composed of characteristic single wave pulses from proton-bound electron motion forms according to my theory. Here. But discontinuously, this is the pattern. Here, in continuum, free electron motion forms diffraction pattern. And then, why white? This is white in the middle of. In continuum, why white is not a color? In the diffraction pattern, it has greatest intensity. Black is not color and it has not intensity effect, energy effect. But we cannot say the same thing for white. I define the white color as the light with shortest wavelength, invisible part of a continuous spectrum, not in all spectrum. Like what? Like this. Like this. Wait a moment. From the sun. Here. This is visible spectrum band, okay? And this point white, according to me. Okay? Closer to shortened wavelength. Here wavelength, here intensity. White light. Okay? Red light. Infrared, ultraviolet, etc. I hope you see. Yes. Yes. Here. Six. Wavelength width 450 nanometer blue color is shown as the smallest wavelength color in visible spectrum. Neighbor of light, according to me. Wavelength with 450 nanometer blue color is shown as the smallest wavelength color in visible spectrum. If it was so, how white light with wavelength between 350 and 450 nanometer can be produced by white light emitting LED or LED or light emitting diode. You know, white emitting diode with 350 450 interval white light produced everywhere. Okay. 7. If white was not a color, despite it was not a color, why is a white band with greatest intensity there? Repeat. In the middle of the white light diffraction pattern. Single slit, etc. Okay. Yes. Yes. 8. Why is the diffraction pattern of laser light upside laser light, downside diffracted white light? They say diffracted, mixed frequency white light composed of different wavelengths, different frequencies. This is wrong. Here, neighbors of white light. Okay, now, why is the diffraction pattern of laser light discontinuous? Look at that, discontinuous. While the diffraction pattern of white light is continuous. Because it is continuous spectrum, as I told you before. Why is the diffraction pattern of laser light discontinuous while the diffraction pattern of white light is continuous? In this case, is it possible to talk about separate and different frequency numbers? No. Here, from cyber physics, here from Byjas, here from Quora, here from Physics Stock Exchange, here Geosciences Libre Texts. Most common pictures. Now, yes. 1. As an object heats up, it means it loses electron. If an atom loses an electron, heat must also be released because the source of heat, temperature and gravity is free electron motion form. Wherever there is heat, there is free electron motion form. Heat is nothing but the result of interaction between free electron motion forms, consecutive waves, and proton-bound electron motion forms at a certain wavelength interval. Heat is nothing but the result of interaction between free electron motion forms successive waves and proton-bound electron motion forms at a certain wavelength interval. Two, in ionization processes, since the free electron motion forms do not have the opportunity to escape, here is atom, this is atom, or say the sun, okay, from the sun's atoms, okay, moving electron motion forms, okay, they changed their shapes. If they were at rest, if they weren't in motion, like this, like this, like this. Okay, but now like this. At the rate of their velocity, their wavelength, wave speed, etc. will change. And when a free electron motion form is in motion, continuous spectrum occurs. Yes, in ionization processes, since the free electron motion forms do not have the opportunity to escape into the atom or nucleus through the center of atom, there is no